Cooking in the kitchen with candy. Oh, hey guys, this segment is super sweet. I am going to make some slime that you can eat, hence the tick of approval from my cameraman. To get started, you'll need to have chewy candy squares, and I've already separated them into bowls by colour, and you'll need some little spoons, a chopping board with corn flour and icing sugar on top, a microwave and an oven mitt. Put your bowl of candy in the microwave for 30 seconds on high. Now make sure you have your oven mitt on when you get the candy out of the microwave because it will be hot. And as you can see, it's super runny and that's what you want. So if it isn't runny, put it in for another 10 seconds. So now I'm just going to turn that out onto my chopping board, right onto the icing sugar and corn flour mixture. Okay, I've got a little tip for you. If it's getting stuck on your spoon, just grab another spoon. So while that's cooling for 5 minutes before I start kneading it, because it's really hot, let's get another colour. As you can see, it's way easier to work with the candy when it's really hot and melty to get it out of the bowl. Okay, I have waited around 5 minutes until the mixture is cool to touch, and this is where you start kneading in the icing and corn flour mixture. But to make sure it doesn't stick to your fingers, grab a bit of the mixture, place it on top, and now start pushing it down with your fingers and then fold it over. Push it down and fold over. And you just keep doing that for a bit, around 3 minutes. Gosh, it smells so good. And then every now and then, pick it up and stretch your slime. This gets some air into it and make sure it's nice and stretchy instead of sticky. I am so tempted to just stop the experiment and eat it right now, but professional Jackie, let's keep going. Perfect. That's done, so I'm going to put that aside and do the same with all my other colours. Now for the fun part. Twist your slime together, have a play, and the best part is you can eat it. But make sure you wash your hands before you do so. Now don't worry, the hardened candy in your bowl will be easy to clean with one simple tip. Put it in the microwave for 10 seconds and then rinse it under hot water and it'll come straight out. But just microwave the bowls, not the spoons. Never put metal in the microwave. Ooh, stretchy and scrumptious. Let's see what you'll need again. Oh, that's giving me an idea.
And people call me the gross one.
Inspired by my own nasal slime, I'm going to teach you how to make some slime today, but it's not just any slime. This slime you can draw on people. It is so cool. So what you'll need is PVA glue, contact lens solution, and it must have boric acid, chalkboard paint, bicarb soda, chalkboard markers, 1 teaspoon and a 1 tablespoon measure, a bowl and something to mix with. First up, add your 1 cup of PVA glue into the bowl. Now add 2 tablespoons of chalkboard paint. Now mix it really well so it all combines. Add 1 teaspoon of the bicarb soda. And sprinkle it around and mix. And add 2 teaspoons of contact lens solution. We can see it starting to turn into slime. I'm going to stir until it starts to thicken. You know the slime is ready to be kneaded when it doesn't stick to the side of the bowl. Here's a hot tip. If you're worried about the slime sticking to your hands when you need to knead it, put a bit of contact lens solution on first, and rub it in, and it should stop it from sticking. Now, pick it up. This is slimy. As you see, the more you knead it and fold it over, the less sticky it becomes. But if you're finding it's still too sticky, you can always add some more contact lens solution. And you can even go back into the bowl and pick up the slime you left behind. Now it's time to make this slime even prettier, so grab out your chalkboard markers. So you can lay out your slime so it's nice and flat and start drawing on it. Oh, how cool is that? And it's not just a one-use wonder. You can draw another design, just knead the color out and start again. You might not know that everything, including our own bodies, are made up of teeny tiny atoms. And when two or more atoms bond together, they form a molecule. Let me draw you a polymer. Now, a polymer is a substance made up of a long chain of molecules that repeat themselves over and over again. Slime could also be described as a very stretchy polymer. In this case, when the ingredients are mixed, a chemical reaction happens and a new molecule and new substance is formed. A polymer. And as you can see, it's a really long chain, and that's what's keeping our slime together. Ah, polymer in action. Let it roll. It's amazing. It just needed a bit of neat. Oh my gosh, a fly just... Get it out. Someone get it out. Oh, why did you do that? Close call. It's no secret I think slime is cool. But I've never made a slime before with a whole galaxy inside. Well, to make that at home, you'll need food colouring, glitter, bicarb soda, contact lens solution with boric acid in it, clear PVA glue, some spoon measures, a bowl and a spatula, and 50 ml of boiling water. To get started, you need to put a half a teaspoon of bicarb soda into your boiling hot water and dissolve it. While that is dissolving, which it's almost done, grab a tablespoon, measure out a tablespoon of your clear craft glue and a tablespoon of your bicarb boiling water solution and mix it together. There's lots of different colours in the galaxy, so today I'm going to make 4 different coloured slimes. I'm going to do a clear and silver, a blue, a purple, and then a darker purple, so we get all the different colours of the Milky Way galaxy. The first one I'll do is the blue. So add a tiny bit of food colouring to this solution. A little bit goes a long way. And we need some stars, so I'm going to use silver glitter. Now to turn it into slime. Pour in a tablespoon of your contact lens solution. And then you're going to have to start working it in your hands, but to make sure it doesn't stick, pour a bit of the contact lens solution on like that. And start folding it over. Oh, this is great. Now that that's done, it's time to make the 3 other colours in our galaxy. Now for the fun part, time to combine all our 4 slimes to make a galaxy. Oh, that's cool. It makes a really fun galaxy pattern. Now it's just up to you to stargaze. I've got a riddle for you. I'm every colour that's around me. I can be picked up like a solid and ooze like a liquid. I can change my shape to whatever's around me. I can bounce, but I can also be broken. What am I? Clear slime. Slime is the ultimate rebel. It doesn't follow the rules of being a solid or a liquid. It kind of acts as both. To make this clear slime at home, you'll need clear PVA glue, contact lens solution with boric acid, boiling hot water, bicarb soda, measuring spoons, a bowl and something to mix with. To start off making your slime, get a ½ teaspoon of bicarb soda. Make sure that your bicarb is level with the measuring spoon. And tip it into 50 ml of boiling hot water. Just be careful. And mix it around until it's all dissolved. Now, grabbing 1 tablespoon measure, pour in 1 tablespoon of clear PVA glue. I always find it's better to use a silicone mixing utensil because it can scoop out all the glue and your fingers don't get sticky. And add a tablespoon of the bicarb solution. Mix it until it's combined. Add a teaspoon of contact lens solution. Start to mix, and then you'll see it quickly turns into slime. When it all starts moving as one piece, you can grab it out and start working it between your hands. You want to work it until it's tacky, not sticky. The more you work it, the more you'll get the air bubbles out and the clearer it will get, and if you let it sit for an hour or two. And it will dry out if you don't keep it in an airtight container when you're not using it. If it's sticking to your hands a little too much, grab your contact lens solution and put it on. Slimy science starts with the right kind of ingredients. You need the right kind of glue and the right kind of activator. When the glue and the activator are combined, it's called cross-linking. Instead of flowing freely, the molecules become tangled and create this slimy substance. Think of the difference of freshly cooked spaghetti where you can pull it out of the pot one by one compared to old spaghetti that's been left over and clumped together, like this slime. And it leaves you with some pretty cool, clear slime. So gross. I have an awesome spooky trick to show you. You ready? It's like a scary movie and the slime is a monster. Look at it, it's a magnet. So creepy. To make this at home, you'll need 1 tablespoon of contact lens solution, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 heaped cup of shaving cream, 1/3 of a cup of white PVA glue, iron filings, black food colouring, a rare earth magnet, and a bowl and something to mix with. The first step is to mix all your wet ingredients together. So I'm just going to put the shaving cream in and my PVA glue. Oh, it's so sticky. And a tablespoon of contact lens solution. And lastly, I'm going to add a little bit of black food colouring. And give it a really big mix. Make sure it's all combined. Now it's time to add our dry ingredients. So I'm going to add some iron filings, but these are really dangerous if you inhale them, so make sure you have an adult to do this step for you. So I'm going to do a generous sprinkle into the bowl. And finally, give it a mix again. And the final step is to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda and mix again. Once it's turned into a blob in the centre of the bowl, it's time to pick it up and mould it between your hands. I like to stretch it out and fold it back on itself because it gets all those air bubbles out. Cool, that looks great. Let's test it out. Grab your magnet and watch it come alive. Oh, that is so creepy. This is science, guys. Let's put the goo towards the side. Here's another little sciencey trick to explain what's happening with our slime. So I have a bottle of water and 2 magnets. I'm going to add some iron filings into it. There we go. As you can see, they're down at the bottom right now. But when I add my magnets either side, you can see that the iron filings start to come up with the magnet. When the iron gets close to the magnet, it becomes magnetized itself and causes this strong attraction. Whoa. The attraction is so strong that even though the iron filings are weighted down by the slime, they're still attracted to the magnet. Aw, it's true love. I often dress by mood. Sometimes I'm in a blue mood, sometimes I'm in a red mood, and sometimes a multicolour mood. But what about my slime? I'm sure it has feelings too. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make your slime be able to change colours. What you'll need is 1 tablespoon of contact lens solution, and make sure there's boric acid in this, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 heaped cup of shaving cream, 1/3 of a cup of white PVA glue, red food colouring, thermochromic pigment, and a bowl and something to mix with. So the first step is to mix all our wet ingredients together. So I'm going to start with my shaving cream. Make sure you get it all in there. Then add your white PVA glue and your contact lens solution. Lastly, add a little bit of red food colouring. And give it a big mix together to make sure all the ingredients are combined. Try and get it off the sides as much as you can. It's pretty sticky. Great, now that's all combined, it's time to add our dry ingredients. So add 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, sprinkle that around, followed by 1 tablespoon of thermochromic pigment. And mix it again. As you can see, once it starts making one big blob in the centre, pick it up with your hands and mould it. So I like to stretch it out and fold it back on itself. That gets all the bubbles out and it stops it from being too sticky and more slimy. Okay, our secret ingredient is thermochromic pigment. Thermochromic basically means a changing of colour when it's cooled or heated. Well, I think my slime's ready. Let's test it out. Now, for a little fun experimentation time, I'm going to use a hairdryer and an ice cube and see what happens. It's changing! Wow, it has gone completely pink. I'm going to use my ice cube. Wow, science is seriously fun. So we've proven that the slime goes pink when heated up. But when we use the ice to cool it down, it turns purple again. It's magic! You'll want to stay up all night for this one. It's the perfect sleepover project. Glow-in-the-dark slime. Let's make it. What you'll need is 1/3 of a cup of PVA glue, a heaped cup of shaving cream, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, glow-in-the-dark paint, 1 tablespoon of contact lens solution, a bowl and a mixing utensil. The first step is to mix all your wet ingredients together in the bowl. Add your baking soda and mix vigorously. Okay, it's time to knead it with your hands. This This glow paint contains phosphors. A phosphor is a substance that is energised by the surrounding light. You won't see much in normal light, but you do need to charge it up with any light source. Think torches, lamps, or even the sun. So when you turn the lights off, the slime glows. Once it is energised, it radiates visible light. So it gives off a light, and that is the glow that we see. It can be energised by sunlight, which works really well on a clear day, or you can even use a torch on your smartphone. Check out what happens when I only charge 1/2 of the slime. The glow will dull after a while, but it can be recharged. Happy sliming!